Another addition to the budget smartphone this third quarter is the Itel A80. So, after reviewing the Tecno Pop 9, the Spark 30C and the Redmi 14C, is the Itel A80 worthy to be added to the list? Guys, let's find out. When I heard about the Itel A80 right here coming to join the lineup, I was like, finally, someone has stayed as an underdog to watch and improve on the shortcomings of those budget devices earlier released. But it seems I was wrong, because instead of upgrading, they downgraded, which is quite annoying. I don't see any reason why brands will watch reviews and get feedback, but they'll still go ahead and produce device that they feel is good, not what the consumers actually want. Right now, I'm not freaking about the unboxing any longer, which still contains all the basic accessories demanded by a smartphone user. But I'm so concerned about what this device can do and who they actually made it for. The build of the Itel A80 right here is very okay for a budget smartphone. Not too bulky and heavy to carry around for daily use. This glass-like finish on the back here, although it's plastic, gives it a stand-up feature and I like it. It almost kind of looks like a Tecno Pop 9, with the only difference being the cameras and the flashlight placement. The fingerprint scanner can still be found on the right hand side, and it is also the power button. This color I have here with me is called Sandstone Black, and there are other two colors to choose from. So, about the build, I don't really find it wanting. The display is a 6.7-inch punch hole with a 720p resolution. It also has a dynamic bar that displays quick info like calls, charging, or other latest notifications. But my question is, what's really happening with the whole 720p resolution of the thing? Because all the budget smartphones that have been released this third quarter all comes with the same resolution. Like, please, can this be changed already? We can accept 1080p even with a slight difference in price, but not 720p. Watching videos, playing games, and consuming other media doesn't feel fun with this resolution. Its speaker, which would have complemented the whole section, does not sound appealing because it's just a mono speaker, and even at max volume using the power rocker keys on the right hand side tends to make it sound distorted or crappy. And this was one of the areas I thought they would have looked into, but it is what it is. The 120Hz refresh rate that it boosts off has no significant impact because all I'm seeing is 90Hz refresh rate, which is still very good for day-to-day life. Heading to the processor, the Itel A80 was shipped out with a Unisoc T603 octa-core processor, which is something that really caught my attention. I was thinking they would have at least come with something better like the T618 or even the Helio G85, but they choose to take us backward with the Unisoc T603, which is kind of outdated, and they still boast of a 120Hz refresh rate. Like, how's that even possible? The least performing processor that I saw before now was that of the Tecno Pop 9, which was the Unisoc T615, but now it has been elevated and this device has taken that spot. This device comes with a 4GB of RAM that can be expanded to 8GB and a 128GB of internal storage that can further be expanded by the use of an SD card. And as some of us may already know, this device wasn't meant for heavy tasks and gaming, so that you won't come back and start saying it lags, because trust me, it will. For little day-to-day tasks like calls, texting, reading and replying emails, it will comfortably do that. And for fun, you can watch videos and play like games like Candy Crush and its likes. We are given Android 14 Go edition with Itel OS Skin 14. I don't really have much to say here because this is my first time using an Itel device, but the user interface isn't bad at all. Now, it's time for us to give our verdict to the photos I shot with the 50MP main camera and the 8MP selfie camera. I was not impressed, I was not surprised as well. They were exactly what I expected from a budget smartphone with the Mali G57 GPU and nothing more.
Guys, this is what the front-facing camera of the Itel A80 looks like. It's audio as well, so normal device should be better with this kind of sunlight. If it doesn't impress, it doesn't impress. And this is what the rear camera of the Itel A80 looks like.
So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Another downside about this device is the 10W charging support that it comes with. Imagine the amount of time we have to wait for our device with a 5000 mAh battery capacity to charge from 0 to 100. Like, that is uncalled for in this modern age. That's why when using this device, I don't allow it to drain past 40% of battery life before going back to charge it. For moderate users, the 5000 mAh battery capacity can do 2 days before going back to charge it. But for multitasker, you will need to plug it before going to bed, since it requires a lot of time to charge from 0 to 100. So, what is the Itel A80 meant for? I will say, for the price of 118,000 naira, which is about $75, this device is meant for dads and mom, or even relative who doesn't do much with their phones aside from calls and messages. But for the Gen Zs, if you ask me if you should buy or avoid this device, I will say, if your priorities is not based on performance and pictures, but you just want to have this as a secondary device, you can go ahead and buy it. But if you're the type that consider performance and pictures, avoid it. You can even check on my review on the TechnoSpark 30C, which I can boldly recommend over this device. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, share with friends, and also do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Till next time, bye and bye.